Hello, everyone. Jorge here one more time, September 4, 2024, and welcome to Avalos Cloud Native and Nexus Technologies. Nexus from connecting together, from putting together, from communicating together, from linking together. That's the concept of Nexus. And basically, Avalos Cloud Native and Nexus Technologies is pretty much everything IT. Why? Because we talk about security information, event management, we talk about security operations center, we talk about patching the systems, we talk about zero trust, we talk about Kubernetes, clustering, containers, orchestrating containers. We talk about checking the code, doing unit testing. We talk about continuous integration, continuous delivery, using GitLab, Gitkraken. We talk about open source a lot. And this time we are actually trying to develop an asset from Cloud Underground, which is a company. And basically, we're going to test this product, which is a sandbox that you can deploy pretty much anywhere because it is cloud agnostic. And the architecture, it could be anything. It could be an ARM processor, Intel, AMD, Razer, doesn't matter. You can deploy this sandbox and basically play with the biggest technologies that people is using today for scaling, security, isolating different modules for application, your operating system. It doesn't matter. So what you do is microservices. Oh, I need these services to run this application, and you isolate each other. And then if you need to make a change, then you know exactly what will break and what will not work, what will be stable, and much more. It's just like it could be really complex, but once you get it working and you know what you're doing, the advantages of previous systems on Web 2.0 or the current system that most people use today, it is a lot. So we are trying to teach people AWS so you can bring this underground box, underground Nexus to the public cloud, learn how to use the public cloud, not just AWS, but Azure, Alibaba, and any other data center that you may use, a private data center. So the truth is that AWS is pretty much in every single job post that I've been seeing. And we're trying to teach people how to become a platform engineer and a SRE engineer. And pretty much the DevOps is basically the DevOps jobs, the DevOps positions are kind of going away because they're condensing all these different roles into one. And it is the platform engineering. Myself, I'm becoming a platform engineer. Why? Because I need to learn how to use or I need to learn and teach and master. Let's say master, okay? I need to know how to master Kubernetes, Dockers, Grafana, observability, monitoring my hypervisor, monitoring my containers, monitoring pretty much anything. So you monitor, you observe how behaviors are happening in your infrastructure, where people is doing work, maybe developing, maybe just using an application, and you can scale, downsize, and you learn this by doing platform engineering. It's a role that is actually a lot of people is going into this. A lot of companies are looking for platform engineering jobs. And actually, let's do a quick check on LinkedIn. Let's go to LinkedIn for a second. Oh, it's a little bit slow today. For now, we can open Indeed. For now, let's open Indeed. Canada. And this one, okay. So let's get platform engineering. I'm gonna follow that one. I'm gonna click here for jobs. Implementation specialist. Let's see what are they looking for. No, this one is not related to that. No, 100%. Well, I didn't like that too much. Platform engineering. Let's go Indeed for a second here. I'm gonna type here globally. Okay, platform engineering. So this one here, it's gonna be a lot, but I just don't know why they don't show up today. Okay, you gotta build and manage cloud infrastructures, engineering teams. Basically, you as a platform engineer, you have to talk about automation a lot. You have to talk to the developers. You gotta talk to a lot of different people. So basically, you become the core of the business. If you're not there and no one else have your skills, because you have to learn Docker, Kubernetes, you have to learn how to manage hypervisors, hardware, if you are using your own hardware, if you're on the cloud, you need to learn how to scale or downsize your hardware. Why? Because you can save money or you can lose a lot of money too. So that's why we are going to be teaching AWS the main certification about basic concepts, building, and all the services that AWS have. And this is the video about AWS, SRE, and platform engineering. So I'm combining this position. Platform engineering has to do with a lot of stuff. As you can see here, they want you to be certified at AWS, Google Cloud Practitioner, or Azure, right? You need to know how to use GitHub. You know how to understand APIs. You need to understand cloud computing models, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, SaaS as a service. So basically what we do, we're going to teach you how to basically have a really solid career. And that's all combined into platform engineering and SRE engineering. If you know that, I'm pretty sure you can get hired pretty much anywhere else. Myself, I was doing networking for many years. I didn't really enjoy that. I don't enjoy that anymore for many different technical reasons. And I said, okay, becoming a full-time programmer may take me like 2-3 years. By the time I got solid skills, where I got 4 or 5 different languages that I can master, programming language I can master, and be considered for a position. Well, I can just do something that is related to what I have done already, something that I have experience with, something that I'm familiar with, and it can open my doors to many different industries, not just like the shoes industry or application industry, but pretty much any company who wants to save money, any company who wants to have good systems, well, that's cloud native. And what is the best way to learn cloud native technologies and microservices? That's by learning cloud native instead of using public cloud. So you're gonna go into the public cloud, but still in the public cloud, a lot of those companies are asking for cloud native technologies. So the best way to learn public cloud is learning cloud native technologies. Let me rephrase that again because I think that I messed it up there. So the best way to learn public cloud, right, is by learning cloud native technologies. And it means that you need to get involved with microservices. For what? For you to do patching, for you to automate, for you to unit test applications, for you to have observability, to see what's happening in the environment with the cluster, with the containers, with the OS, with the patches. You can have many dashboards monitoring everything, making sure everything is working good. And also any requests, okay, any request from your developers or someone having an issue, you can support those people. So you focus a lot more on the customer and the developing process. And also when you use the AWS data centers, you're not worried about if someone's going to get into the building, if it's going to get on fire, getting insurance, and much more. You just deploy the containers that you need, right? That's it. Deploy containers and your application is running. But you don't have to worry about hardware, insurance, security, and forget the hardware part. That's all taken care of. But what you need to worry is about how to save money, how to scale, and all that. That's why we teach you. We are going to be teaching a lot and sharing knowledge about AWS. Okay. So again, Lee Cloud Canada here. I use Avalos Cloud Native and Nexus Technologies just for me to talk to the community and anyone who wants to join our team. And now let's do a quick review of the console, right? So let me find the console here. So this is the main AWS console, okay? Look all the services that we have. For compute, the most common one is EC2. So you can deploy machines, right? Any virtual machine. This one, Lambda, this is also really good for serverless application. Yeah, you can build your own images and all that. Anyways, there is services for compute, for containers. You can see Kubernetes, storage, databases, migration and transfer, networking, content and delivery, media services, security, identity, and compliance, game developing. I didn't know that gaming developing there. Wow. A lot of Internet of Things, end user computing. It's well used today a lot for providing access to, let's say, a Windows machine. This one here, workspaces. What else can we have? Blockchain, Amazon managed blockchain. Wow, that would be interesting. Satellite services, robotics. As you can see, machine learning, cloud financial management, front end and mobile. Wow, this is wonderful. Anyways, this is all the services that you learn with AWS that you need to master. You need to go inside, clicking here. Okay. So the exam that I'm trying to provide is a AWS Cloud Practitioner exam, which basically is the main one. There is no coding. There is nothing here. It's just about learning, building main services, get familiar with the console. There is a few ways that you can interact with this console. Okay. I think I have something written down over here. So you can interact with the console using the CLI, right? Which is really hard for a lot of people. Or you can use the console, just how I show you. And there is also they also have SDK or software development kits, so you can interact with AWS console for you to manage or do your work using JavaScript, Python, PHP, Ruby, Java, Go, C++. Okay, let me just scroll down here. And a lot of people ask, what is cloud computing? Well, cloud computing is the demand for hardware and services in the cloud, basically where you don't worry about hardware or places or insurance. Just like, hey, I need 2 VMs or 2 virtual machines. I need 5 containers. So I need this running on your in Africa because there is more people in Africa. My customers are in Africa or Asia. Put me servers that are located close to those areas instead of the United States or Canada, right? So you request hardware and you do whatever you need to do. Amazon Web Services, we talk about compute or EC2 that I just showed you. There is services for storage, for databases, for machine learning, for security, for compliance, for migrations. What else can we talk about? There is an exam. The exam is only $100, 65 questions, 90 minutes. You can actually have contracts with, let's actually show that for a second here. Okay, so how can you have benefit of cloud computing, right? Basically, you can go globally in just minutes. The increasing speed of these servers are super fast. The connectivity to the servers is always great. You have to stop guessing how much hardware you need because it calculates everything for you. When the moment you are requesting hardware, it calculates everything for you. Economies of scale. There's a concept from AWS basically that they help you save money. So the more you use, the cheaper it is, right? And then maybe you don't need much, but at some point everything got so busy, you scale, and then the moment it's not super busy, you downgrade, and then you save money too. So everything is like automated for you to decide if you want to go free and just use 750 hours, or you want to go on demand, where basically you have like a contract too. You can have price drops depending on how much hardware you use. You can have discounts by using like big volumes of hardware that you're allocating for whatever year, 2 or 3 years. You can reserve your hardware, have it in standby there. So contracts can last from 1 year to 3 years. You get discounts, but if you do big volumes, price drops if you use, let me see here. Oh yeah, so it looks like the price drops. The price dropping for example for the storage. Before it was like 0.15 cents, 15 cents for every gigabyte. Now it's like 0.0118 for every gigabyte of storage in an S3 bucket. What else? Right here, you have it here, 15 cents. Now it's like 0.023 per gigabyte. So you can use that for storage. So how do you design? How do you design your system? Well, you gotta design in failure. So if you have one tire, what is your spare tire? The couple components. It means basically why should I mesh all these applications into one system when I can isolate different services for the same application, so I can get It will be more complex, but I can actually reassure that I will have less downtime or less possibilities of something really bad happening if I can use microservices, for example. You can increase your hard work if you want to, or maybe you want to have a spare hardware sitting around in case traffic goes crazy or the demand gets so crazy. There is an architecture for developing. It's a framework from AWS, so they help you how to system design your applications. There is an example here of what is decoupled components. You can see here. If that makes sense to you, you can stop the video and read this. I just explained that. Yeah, elasticity. So basically, I think that I made a quick text of what it means in here. So scalability. It goes. We use that concept every day, right? This one, but AWS use elasticity. If we use security, right, they're using decoupling. Why? Because they are isolating every single system or tool or a component of whatever you're running. Reliability, basically, you design for failure. So I'm just comparing the concept. So the concept of what we use every day in our everyday terminology in computers versus Amazon AWS terminology. So cost effectiveness, they call it thin parallel. Basically, have more hardware waiting for you there. What else do we got here? I got some questions and answer here, which I'm gonna be sharing on my website, lakecloud.ca. There is a tab for Cloud Underground. Please check my website, subscribe to my channel, and come contact me. There is a booking page on my lakecloud.ca, so you could be part of my team and keep learning about AWS basic certification. No coding, no special skills. It's just, to be honest, this exam is more memory than anything else. So basically, what you need to do for this exam. So let's say I want to go into, let's go into all the services here, all the services. Oh, computer's acting up. Uh-huh. So basically the exam is, okay, do you know what is EC2? Do you know what is AWS IQ? Do you know what is Amazon AppFlow? That's basically what the exam is. If you get familiar with every single service that Amazon have to offer you, offer basically everybody, and learn how the building works and learn their terminology. That's basically what you will be learning. There's nothing hard here. There's nothing complicated. And also, you will have the opportunity to deploy your own cloud services functions in here, or microservices, whatever system you want to make. Or you can even deploy our own underground Nexus sandbox in the public cloud, so you can integrate maybe underground box that you have home, and you cluster that with the public cloud. So maybe we can do lab where we connect all the public clouds like Azure, Alibaba, AWS, home, and we connect all of them together. They do clustering, they do redundancy, they do failover. We do monitoring, what's happening in every environment, who's taking over, who's failing, and all that. And then you're a platform engineer for any environment. You become a cloud agnostic person. How cool is that? I think that's amazing. So if you want to have a career as a SRE engineer, platform engineer, if you want to learn cloud native technologies, if you want to be the big bops, the big king, the king of DevOps in your team, and communicate with everyone and just focus on basically your infrastructure, the king of the infrastructure of all kinds, right? With open source, and you just want your people to focus on developing, selling, doing their own work, whatever they do, and that's it. You're gonna have a job in every industry because everyone is using microservices. If you go to some companies, how many companies are using Rust or JavaScript, or maybe they use one or two programming language? They don't want to use any other, right? So it's all up to you where you want to work. I know that platform engineering, it will give me room for whatever programming language you use. I don't care. You use whatever programming language you want. You can sell and design whatever you want. I'm gonna provide the environment for you to sell, do your work, anything you need to do. But my room for work and expand myself, it goes overseas. overseas, in your region. Why? Because I'm agnostic. Why? Because and everything IT. I'm doing observability, monitoring, and installing your hypervisors, and installing your microservices, and doing the security for you, and doing everything. So this is getting a lot complicated. So instead of trying to find, oh, Rust only, Golang only, JavaScript only, and restricting myself from a big open open market out there for work, why should I do that? Platform engineering will give me room for any company. Doesn't matter what you do. So that's why I'm calling people to join us. So again, I have resources here on lakecloud.ca. You can sign up in here into Cloud on the Ground, this tab in here. And as soon as you sign in, you will see resources for Amazon training. Come and join me, follow me, subscribe, and join Lake Cloud Canada and Cloud on the Ground for more platform engineering, SRE, cloud native information, and the future of work, which is don't focus on hardware, don't focus on just focus on growing. Just focus on growing and focus on having people to do work. That's all, right? More focus on innovation. That's the right word. Cheers. Have a good day. Jorge here with Avalos Cloud Native and Nexus Technologies. My channel here, as you can see, my channel, let me use for you to research this in case. Avalos is my last name, and my company, which is Lake Cloud Canada, right here. So I got a channel and I got a company. You can check my services studios in case. We do cybersecurity, blockchain, cloud native, one-on-one training, and much, much more. Okay, thank you.